my 2020 desk setup. Hey guys, this is Sean, and if you're looking for one of my food videos, here's the link to that. Change of topic today, I just wanted to showcase my home office. A quick note, every item is linked in the description below, and I'm not sponsored by anyone. I personally bought and paid for what I'm about to show you guys in this video. During the pandemic, we all needed a clean working space, and if you're like me, you're probably working from home. I usually spend about 60 to 70% of my day on a desk doing work, and after that making some YouTube food videos. In my opinion, a desk should be something ergonomic and minimalistic. It should have plenty of space to work on and should have the necessary tools for allowing us to work efficiently. To recap, when the pandemic broke out, it really turned every aspect of my life upside down. One day, I was working at the office on a desk with a triple monitor setup, and the next day, I was on a couch on a 14-inch laptop. Like seriously. As I deal with a lot of data and do a lot of coding, I could not work on a small laptop screen. My productivity really tanked. I really needed a proper solution to get my productivity back up, so I decided to build a home office. I decided to turn my spare room into my office, as this was an ideal temporary working space. This room was mainly being used as storage before. First thing I did was upgrade my monitor. I had a 23-inch Asus monitor back from 2012, so it was time for an upgrade. I replaced the 23-inch monitor with my 49-inch Samsung CRG9, but that also did not help with the productivity as the desk and chair were really uncomfortable. I could not sit there for more than 1 hour because my back would start hurting and my arms would start hurting because of the angle. I decided to overhaul my spare room and convert it into a permanent office/studio. Now I know that we all don't have a spare room lying around, so you could just find a corner space and make sure your desk is facing a window, as the sunshine really boosts your mood. Before we get started, I've linked everything that I've bought from my room down below. I decided to paint one of my walls to give it that subtle elegance. I went with the gray color tone called Stunnington Gray from Benjamin Moore, and it really transformed the look of my room. Here's what the wall looked like before and after. I was really pleased by the way it turned out. For the desk, I went with the Ikea Gerton top, which costs about $130 including the legs. It's a really nice desk. A solid wood top, unlike the Ikea Carlby, which is not solid wood. Also, this top is 30 inches deep, which was one of my biggest requirements. Supporting everything are the ODDVALD legs, which cost around $15 each. These are really nice desk legs, as they give that clean and minimalistic look. Unlike before, my desk was pretty messy, the wires were running everywhere. So for better cable management, I routed all the wires below the table. I also installed a heavy-duty power strip below the table and routed the wires using self-adhesive cable clips. I also routed phone cables, one coming from the power strip for fast charging and the other coming from the PC for data transfer. Now it's really easy to charge the phone or transfer files from my PC. When I don't need the cables, I can just tuck them right underneath the table. For the monitor, I went with the Samsung CRG9. It's a 49-inch ultrawide LED monitor. I think for productivity or gaming, you should go this route if you got the budget for it. Just make sure you have a deep desk or an arm extension, as this desk hogs up a lot of space. The resolution is at 5120 by 1440p at 144 Hz. I think this Samsung monitor does a really good job of replacing a triple monitor setup. This monitor is really designed to replace two 27-inch monitor setup, but I don't seem to be missing the third monitor setup with this one. For the keyboard, I have the Corsair K63 wireless mechanical gaming keyboard, which I picked up back in 2017. This is a good keyboard, and I can't justify any reason to get the popular Keychron K2 wireless keyboard. This has been working fine for me for the last 3 years. The keys are nice and sturdy, and I get a good feel when I'm typing on it. Here's what it sounds like. For the mouse, I have two of them, but I'll be retiring one of them pretty soon. The first one is the Corsair RGB Dark Core, and the new one is the Razer Basilisk X, which recently came out. I picked up the Corsair along with the keyboard back in 2017. Looks wise, it looks great, but I always had issues with losing connectivity while gaming. More recently, I got the Razer Basilisk X Hyperspeed Gaming Mouse, and this by far is the best mouse for $50. It takes one AA battery and has about 5 settings for changing the DPI. If you're looking for a budget mouse that's under $50, I highly recommend picking this up. Since I switched over to it, I've noticed a big difference when playing games. My aim is much sharper and my scores really speak for it. Oh, and by the way, does anyone still play CS Source? As for the Corsair mouse, I plan on retiring it pretty soon. I just have it for certain games because I'm used to it on those games. Both the mouse and the keyboard are sitting on this mat that I got from Corsair. It's a really nice mat. I'm probably looking to upgrade it as it's getting dirtier. For the headphones, I recently got the Audio-Technica Professional Studio Monitor headphones. These produce a very nice sound quality and have a really good noise cancelling. The biggest complaint I have is that they're really painful in one of my ears. I cannot use this headphone for more than 20 minutes and have an ear pain. So most likely this is going back. Let me know in the comments below if you have any suggestions on what headphones should I consider buying. I'm always hesitant on buying wireless headphones because of health concerns. I prefer wired headphones because there's less radiation and also because I would be wearing those for a good portion of the day. As a content creator who does a lot of voiceovers, I needed a good microphone. After some trial and error, I ended up with this Blue Yeti as the voice quality on this is amazing. With this microphone, you get a lot of options that help produce a great sound quality. I have it hooked up to a stand which I picked up from Amazon. I'll link it down below. It's ideal for proper adjustment and mic placement. And when you're not using it, you could turn it away. Unlike everyone else, I like to keep my PC as far away from the desk as possible. I have it on the ground. It's running a Core i7-6800K with two RX 480s in Crossfire. I think I'm due for an upgrade as I'm starting to see some performance issues when editing a video or when playing video games. Also, since I started doing voiceovers, I can hear the fan noise, so I need something more silent. As for the gaming chair, I bought it from Amazon. It's a decent and very comfortable chair. It's a huge upgrade from what I had before. I can easily sit on this desk and the chair for hours throughout the day and not have any issues. Maybe I picked the wrong color. I thought it was going to be a little red, but this is too red, but I'm okay with that. Also, this chair is pretty adjustable. You can recline it all the way, or you could adjust the height as you need. The arms are also adjustable. I'll go ahead and link it in the description below, but I think I paid around $130 for it, but I think right now it's a little expensive. As for the overall room decor, I bought this RGB wall decoration piece along with some RGB light bulbs to change the mood and the vibrance. These are hexagon shaped lights and you can attach them in any pattern that you like. I have decided to choose this pattern. You can tap to turn them on and tap to turn them off. And I used double-sided tape to stick them to the wall. Also, I added the LED strips on the back of my table. I can choose any color as I like. This, in my opinion, gives a nice effect to overall setup. I normally choose the lights depending on what mood I'm in. For the room, I bought Wi-Fi LED bulbs. These are pretty comparable to the Philips LED bulbs, but these are like way cheaper. I pay like $20 for a pair. You can use your app to control the color and the brightness as you like. As this room was not well lit before, I bought some table lamps and installed these bulbs. Now the room has really pleasant lights. Finally, to boost the aesthetics, I got a clock and some fake plastic plants from Ikea. For the time management, I got an analog clock from Ikea as it gives that minimalistic and decorative look. I know we all have phones and we have our time on our computers, but I do use it to look at time. Also, I got these plants from Ikea which give that nice natural look. I'm happy with how this setup turned out. I personally think my room has transformed a lot from its initial state. This setup allows me to focus on what I do best and get the job done. Setting up this home office has allowed me to focus on my efficiency and take my mind off of the pandemic. Let me know your feedback as it's much appreciated. I hope to see you in the next one. Hope you enjoy the B-roll.